Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. So today we are going to give you all the presentation about our information search and analysis skill, or also known as ISAS, and our ISAS entitled the ribbon card. We are from group 5 and we are from class 2 software engineering 4. First of all, we would like to give greetings to our faculty, Ms. Susi Maulidia, and also our examiner for this presentation, Mr. Bagus. First of all, we would like to give thanks to God the Almighty for giving us the guidance and also the opportunity to finishing our ISAS. And also, we would like to say thanks to various parties who already give us the reference and sources, such as from journals or books. And now, we are going to give you all the introduction. We are going to introduce ourselves. So the group member in group 5 from 2 software engineering 4. First is I am Marfila Divaria and my partner.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Bagas Prasetyo.
And my name is Muhammad Yaksha Kamil.
Okay, so that's all from our introduction from group 5. Okay, so now we are going to tell you about the table of contents or the things that we are going to explain in our presentation, started with the background of our ISAS. And also next, we are going to tell you the definition of algorithm. And next is the definition and function of the Rabin-Karp. Next is what is plagiarism and the implementation of Rabin-Karp as plagiarism checker. Next is the system method of Rabin-Karp. Next is the pseudocode of Rabin-Karp. And the 7 is example of Rabin-Karp process and the advantages and also the disadvantages of Rabin-Karp. And last, before we close our presentation, we are going to give you all the conclusion and also the suggestion about our presentation of our ISAS entitled the Rabin-Karp. Okay, so let's move to the first part in our presentation. So these are the background of our ISAS, or also the main reason why we choose to talk about the Rabin-Karp algorithm. So based on the development of information technology at this time has brought many changes. There are so many things that being a lot of easier because of the development of IT. It is very easy and anyone to publish anything through the digital and online platform. For example, we can publish the text work, documents, and also the school assignments for the students, for the college student, or also the school students from kindergarten to the high school, and anything for kind of purposes. Therefore, we are as the authors think that we need some kind of solution to reduce or even stop the possibility of plagiarism to happen again and again in the digital platform. The system and also the method that we can use in the case like this, and also to solving the problem about the occurrence of plagiarism, is the Rabin-Karp algorithm. The method that we mentioned above, or known as the Rabin-Karp algorithm, is a string searching algorithm that can be used in hashing to find the pattern in strings. And more explanation about Rabin-Karp algorithm and what is string, what is hashing, we are going to explain it on the next part. Okay, so now we are going to give you all the definition or what is the algorithm exactly. Okay, so the algorithm is a process or a set of rules to be followed in calculation or other problem-solving operations. The algorithm refers to a set of rules or instructions that step by step define how a work is to be executed upon in order to get the expected rules. Through the algorithm, we can easily determine the positive and also the negative sides of the program that we created previously. Even more, we can also determine the input and also the output and also the resources that we will use in running the program. And there's a few types of algorithm, and for example is the Z algorithm, not Morris spread algorithm, also known as KMP, and Manchester's algorithm. Okay, after we already talked about the basic theory in our ISAS, which is what is it exactly the algorithm, now we are going to explain the main part in our ISAS, which is the Rabin-Karp. So I am going to tell you about the definition and the function of Rabin-Karp itself. For the definition, so Rabin-Karp is an algorithm is a hash function-based technique for finding and matching patterns in a text or a document text work. Unlike the naive string matching algorithm, it does not run over all the characters in the initial phase. Instead, it filters out the characters that don't match and then compare them. For the function, Rabin-Karp is another pattern finding algorithm that can help you to find a pattern quicker. It is also verifies the pattern by moving the window one by one, but it finds the hash value without inspecting all characters for all cases. Only after the hash value has been matched does it attempt to check each character. The algorithm becomes more efficient as a result of this technique. Okay, so after we already told you the definition and also the function about the Rabin-Karp, now we are going to talk about the definition of plagiarism, and it will explain by my partner Bagas.
Okay, thank you. The next topic is about definition of plagiarism. Definition of plagiarism according to the regulation of the Minister of Education of the Republic of Indonesia number 17 of 2010, it says, plagiarism is an act intentionally or unintentionally in obtaining or trying to obtain credit or value for a scientific work by quoting part of all of the work or scientific work of another party which is recognized as a scientific work without stating the source appropriately and adequately. Based on the statement, we can conclude that plagiarism is a violation of ethic and copyright by imitating ideas and the work of others as a whole without giving credit to the original owner or creator. Next, next topic is the type of plagiarism. One is word plagiarism. Word plagiarism is when the author uses the work of another author without mentioning the source. Two is plagiarism of source, is when the author doesn't write the source incompletely. Three is plagiarism of authorship, is when the author acknowledged as the author of other people's works on awareness and intentional motive to deceive the public. Four is self-plagiarism, is an act of plagiarism against one's own writing. Next. Implementation of Rabin-Karp as plagiarism checker. The implementation is just a string matching process, which is a method used to find the correctness of one or more data patterns. String matching is an important topic in computer science because text is the primary form of information exchange between humans, such as in literature, scientific article, and web pages. String matching can be used in many fields, such as document search, text similarity detector, and etc. String matching algorithms can be categorized into three types according to the search direction. Next. The first type is from left to right, is the direction widely used by string matching algorithms. Algorithms falling into this category are brute force algorithm, Knuth-Morris-Pratt algorithm, etc. Second is from right to left, the direction that usually produce good results practically. The algorithm included in this category is the Boyer-Moore algorithm. The third is specific order from direction determined by algorithm. An example of an algorithm in this category is Colesi, Roch-Chemore, Perrin. Next. Next is a system method of Rabin-Karp. The Rabin-Karp algorithm is very well because it has a determination for syllable cuts k-grams. This algorithm finds out how many identical hash values are in both documents. The application of this algorithm helps an institution to filter incoming documents. This is usually done at the time of acceptance of scientific paper to be published. Uh, Rabin-Karp steps. The first is parsing. This step is the process of cutting terms per character. Truncation per character using the K-gram method. How K-gram method works by getting letter pieces, K the number of characters of a word that it's read from the source text to the end of the document. Next slide. So second is hashing. This process converts chunks of K number into hash value, usually changed to ASCII. The equation one was the formula for Rabin-Karp hashing. Three is we can use equation two to improve the Rabin-Karp performance and provide a solution for comparing the remainder of the question and comparing the result as well. Next slide. In equation three is the mathematical formula of dissimilarity coefficient, which is used to measure the similarity value. The correct similarity measure not only improve the quality of information selection, but it also help reduce processing time and cost. Next, next topic will be presented by my partner Muhammad Yaksha Kamil.
Okay, thank you, Bagas. I'm going to discuss about pseudocode of Rabin-Karp. Next. This algorithm works by turning each character as a decimal digit. It is called the digit radix D sigma 0, 1, 2, 3, where D is sigma, so that we get the input string K in succession as a representative of the length of K decimal. The character string 21514 corresponds to the decimal number 21.514. Then we have the hash code from the sum of P function. For example, ABC until Z equals 0 until 26. So, for example, we have the words alpha here. A is 1, L is 12, F is 6, and A is 1 equals 20. And the second example is nasi. N is 13, A is 1, S is 17, and I is 8 equals 56. For long patterns and large text, this algorithm uses the modulo operation. After being subjected to the modulo operation, the value will be smaller than Q. Then we have the function for this algorithm. It goes like this. Next, you can see the function of this algorithm, the Rabin-Karp algorithm, on the screen like this. You can read it. And here's the example of the pseudocode of the Rabin-Karp algorithm. There is HX and HY. There is two different documents that we are going to compare. You can see it. And here's the example of the Rabin-Karp process. Next. First of all, we must do the pre-processing step. In this table, you can see it. It's before we do the pre-processing step. After that, it will go like this. Next slide, please. Here, on number 2, that is the after we do the pre-processing step, it removes all of the symbol, including space. And number 3, We are going to do the tokenizing step. We are using 4 kgram here. It divides all the character 4 by 4. Next slide, please. And here's the formula of Rabin-Karp algorithm. So from our calculations above, we know that the similarity percentage of the first document and the second document is 78.05%. Next. And here's the advantage and disadvantages of Rabin-Karp. First, the advantage, number 1, can be used effectively and easy to implement. 2, has a relatively easy calculation process and can be used in the case of searching strings with long patterns. 3, good for plagiarism because it can deal with multiple pattern matching. And the disadvantage, number 1, Rabin-Karp has a long processing stage, so it takes a very long time. 2, it has a detection accuracy that really depends on the position of the sentence. Next, please. And the conclusion and suggestion will be discussed by my partner, Marfela.
Okay, thank you, Yasa. So now, before we close our presentation, we are going to give you the conclusion and also the suggestion that we are as the authors can draw from our ISAS entitled Rabin-Karp. Okay, started with the conclusion. So we are as the authors of this ISAS can get a conclusion also based on the results of our research from various parties, from journals and also books, that Rabin-Karp is indeed powerful enough to overcome the occurrence of plagiarism in nowadays era, which is quite common in the digital world or the online platform. The Rabin-Karp has succeeded in becoming a system that can produce the evidence of the similarity of a document with a document suspected of being the result of plagiarism, even though the accuracy is also quite high. But on the other hand, this method with Rabin-Karp not only have the advantages, but also there are several disadvantages or the negative sides, which we have also described in our ISIS paper. We hope that we can help the readers to be able to use this method properly, especially for the plagiarism checker. Plus, the suggestion. So we are from group 5, also have some suggestion for the maker of this method. So behind the writing of our ISAs, we also want to convey some suggestions which might help the development of this method itself. We suggest to simplifying the system in this Rabin-Karp itself, which may not so many people who can easily understand the system to use it. Uh, where basically in the system we need to understand about the pseudocode. In addition, the use of this method so far has been very helpful in eradicating the plagiarism. Okay, so my partner maybe can turn on your camera again, please. So thanks for your attention. We are very sorry if there are any kind of mistakes in our ISAs or in our presentation, maybe in our paper or our words when we present our ISAs. And we are very open for any question or any kind of criticism and suggestion that might help us in developing our skills upon this topic, the Rabin-Karp algorithm. Okay, so we close our presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.